What's going on? How you doing? So got the word and the shock last night that Andrew Luck, Indianapolis Colts quarterback, announced his retirement. Andrew Luck, this is just off straight off the cuff, had a very good career. Very because if you look at his touchdowns, 171 for the first 86 games of his career, only. And when I say this is some high standards because he passed a lot of other cats. Only Dan Marino and I want to say it was Brett Favre. There's only like two guys that were ahead of his first. That. It's amazing. And he passed for 20 plus thousand yards, 23,000 yards, running quarterback. He was Peyton Manning's replacement when Peyton that looked like he was going to retire or he got moved on because of his neck injury. And he had better success in his first few years. I mean, he went to an AFC Championship game, lost to the Patriots in that infamous flat ball game, which basically two different quarterbacks went two different directions because Luck was never the same after that. Brady went on three straight Super Bowls appearances and won two out of three. And that was quite the same for Andrew Luck, but that's another story another time. My pros and cons with Andrew Luck. I'll start with the cons. The only downside is that he took too many hits and he telegraphed a lot of his passes. He tended to try to thread a lot, and he had a tendency to kind of like try to thread that needle a lot, and sometimes it meant a lot of picks. The upside to him was that he was big, strong, athletic, and a humble dude. Like one of those cats that you could respect because he was tough. He came back. He was bad in college. I mean, he was the pardon me, he was the real deal in college. And there was a Slurpee love fest for Andrew Luck. There always was like a Slurpee fest between Andrew Luck and Aaron Rodgers because that's pretty much if he was going to be comparable to somebody as far as that was always like a dream Super Bowl for quite a few people. You know, it's interesting. He came out in the same rookie class as Russell Wilson and Robert Griffin III. And Robert Griffin III now is kind of like already twilight career. Don't think it's ever going to come back to that magic. And now Andrew Luck is gone. So you Russell Wilson, who's had a great career and Hall of Fame bound, and didn't look like he was going to be compared to those other two. But you see, guys, what drafts don't really tell the story, and you can't forecast how these things go. I did a video about NBA rookies, what they forecast about. You just don't know how this is going to turn out. But it is unfortunate. Andrew Luck is retiring. He says he's mentally he can't do it, and that's the most important thing right there. Physically, if you're banged up, that's one thing. But when you say mentally you can't go, that's a pretty powerful statement. And the Colts, with him there, of course, they're a playoff team. Maybe 2, 3 rounds. Who knows? Because he showed. I remember that Kansas City game 5 years ago. That comeback. He's on and he can go. But he didn't get a lot of opportunity per se. He was a very good quarterback, and he is one of those guys. It's going to be interesting. Will he make the Hall of Fame? What will happen? But more importantly, he has his life back and his health because it's a very physical sport. Even with all the changes in the NFL, you getting pounded, you getting hit, and but he did make a little bit of a mark. You know, you got to give Andrew Luck his due. He showed some signs there. And if anybody was gonna, you can't replace, pardon me, you can't replace Peyton Manning. But if anybody was gonna come back behind him who showed something, it was Andrew Luck. So this is a pretty sad day if you're a Colts fan and you respect quarterbacks and a guy that showed some promise. It's pretty sad because this was a pretty big shocking. But you have to respect his choice and decisions, and he ain't got to suffer no more. So Andrew Luck announced his retirement from the Indianapolis Colts. Feel free to give me your thoughts and your takes. Where you stand with him? Do you think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback? Do you think they lived up to expectations? What he did? Feel free to give me your thoughts. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and the bell rings. This new video. You have a good day. Peace.